All right, I should be live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a little Q&A with yours truly, Z Garcia. Let me switch over here to my live page so I can see all of your lovely questions. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Dawn of the Z. I have arisen. That's a thing, right? All right. So today is, hey Z, we see you and we hear you. Thank you, Kabuki Kid. Much appreciated. Today is Monday the 26th, local time, 2 p.m. And I'm going to be doing a little Q&A with you, so bring your questions. I was just recording some reviews myself a little bit earlier and then editing those. I was also looking up some custom-made scenarios for Arkham Horror, the living card game, because that game is awesome and I am hooked. So, let me pop out the chat over here, and we will jump into some questions. Pop out chat. All right, so first question, who is your favorite video reviewer also named Brian Drake? It's probably Brian Drake. Love that guy. Just the best Brian Drake reviewer there is. All right. What is your favorite cheese? Brie is my favorite kind of cheese. If we're talking about a cheese that's not a soft cheese, then Swiss on like sandwiches and stuff. Questions are going to be out of YouTube, by the way. Someone's asking that. Thank you for reminding me. We are streaming to Twitch as well, but I will be taking all of my questions from YouTube. Someone bought Legends of Andor based on the fact that I liked it, and it's cool. All right, I'm glad you enjoyed it as well. Certainly do not just buy things because I think they're cool. You should probably think they're cool too before you research them, or rather before you buy them. Research them, look them up. If they seem cool to you as well, then go ahead and give them a shot, because we could very easily have different tastes. What's your favorite 2018 title so far? Man, that's a crazy question. I'm going to go over here and look up 2018 games. It's too heavy duty, man. I don't know. I don't know what came out when. All right, I'm looking it up. Year published 2018. I'm finding out. Okay, Rising Sun. That's one I've ranked and played. What else? I should probably see if I can organize these. I probably have not played that many, have I? Let me see. Excuse me. So, Rising Sun, that's great. I played Grim Forest, that's good. Green Horde, I was not as big a fan of that as I was of simply Black Plague. What else? The Mind, I played that. That was cute. What else? That's an expansion. I don't know. I think I have to go with Rising Sun. The year's barely started. Come on now. There's a few things I'm looking forward to, I'll tell you that. All right, but I am clearly falling behind already. I'm certain of it. So let's go back over here. Hey Z, always happy to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Have you tried the new Deception expansion? What did you think of it? I have not played it yet. I read through it. I have it. Looks great. Like the new roles, but I haven't played it yet. Looking forward to it. All right. Who is your favorite Arkham Horror investigator and why? Oh boy. I've been running through my campaign as Rex Murphy, who is a reporter. I like him. I like his background. I try to have as much fun with that game role-playing as possible because I think it's one of the wonderful things about it. Arkham Horror LCG really is able to mix a card game, a living card game, an this expanding concept with great storytelling and kind of world building. So I don't know why he looks cool. I like that he's this hardened kind of gumshoe walking around dealing with all these crazy, encounters and monsters and stuff. He seems like a guy who's got a nose for a story, but he's also like a heavy drinker. I just thought it was an interesting character from a role-playing perspective. So, all right, what else? Oh my goodness me. I always, every time, this is funny, every time I do one of these, it's my fear is always that no one's going to have anything to ask me this time. And I am always proven wrong by you wonderful people. So thank you. All right. So someone's saying, can you recommend pick between Eldritch Horror or Elder Sign? Very different games. Elder Sign is much shorter. It's a simpler game. You're rolling dice. Eldritch Horror is much more like Arkham Horror, big, epic, 3 hours plus kind of game with a lot going on and a lot more story in it also. But I prefer Elder Sign. It's a little more digestible for me. Digestible? Yeah, I eat it. Yes. All right. Have you tried the first expansion of Istanbul? I have not. Maybe I will, and hopefully I'll do that and do a review of it. Someone's asking, is pineapple a pizza topping? Apparently. I don't know. That's crazy. Crazy talk. Arkham or Eldritch? Definitely Eldritch is better than Arkham, but I'm not a super fan of either one. Am I looking forward to the next Forbidden game? Yes, Forbidden, what was it, Sky or Skies? I forget which one, if they pluralized it, but yeah. I can't wait to find more out about it. Hi Z, have you had a chance to look at Deca Slayer? I have not. I want to say we have a copy. And I saw it coming in, I was like, oh, it looks cool, but I didn't really put it on the pile, sort of like the personal review pile. But I might grab it and give it a closer look. Do you have a personal rule about how long a game can last before you refuse to play it? No, not really. It depends if the game seems like it's something that I think will support that length. It's the same for anything. If I see a movie that says it's going to be 4 hours and I look at the cover, I read the back of the Blu-ray, whatever, I'll find out about it. Does it seem like a movie that's going to be interesting for 4 hours? If so, I'll watch it. It's the same sort of loosey-goosey rule of thumb that I follow for board games. Thoughts on VR Catan? I haven't messed with it. I don't know. VR Catan, huh? Okay. Someone says, just watched Moulin Rouge for the first time. Did you enjoy that movie? Ewan McGregor has a pretty good voice. Yeah, I like that movie. It's bizarre. It's fun. It's a quirky musical, and I can get into it. All right. So someone's saying, hi Z, some people got me interested in Factory Fun and Funner this past weekend, and I sought you out first thing this morning. Okay? I didn't see a review by you of Factory Fun. Can you give a 10-second sell on both? I could, probably. They're very similar, really. I would get whichever one looks cooler to you. They're almost the same thing. I think Factory Funner has the hexagonal pieces instead of the square pieces that Fun has. It's also a little more forgiving. The second one, it alleviates a little bit of the issue of like people just grabbing something quickly off the table, because it'll penalize you a little more for that if you are someone who is just doing it to mess other people over. If you are faster than other people at finding the piece you want, then that's fine. The game doesn't penalize you grabbing quickly. It penalizes you grabbing quickly and erroneously. They're both good. I still have both. If I had to keep one, man, I don't know. Maybe the second one. Factory Funner, that is. All right. What's your favorite kitchen or cooking themed game? I don't know. Herbaceous comes to mind. That's not quite the same thing, but close enough. I like that little card game. Very pretty and very soothing little card game. What is your favorite hidden identity game? It is probably the one we were just talking about, Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. What would you have called Kickstarter if you had invented it? Oh boy. Jumpstart? Something like that? Piston Push. I don't know. Are you going to be coming to UKGE this year? Indeed, I am. I will be there. I'm looking forward to it. It's a great show. Do you own multiple copies of the base game in Arkham Horror LCG? I read that one needs at least 2. I do own 2, but you don't need 2. You definitely do not need 2. I just wanted to build more character decks simultaneously. But if you're playing solitaire or 2-player, you are fine with 1 core set. You don't need it. In fact, a solid 50% of the reason I bought another one is because I wanted more storage space, because I am quickly running out of that and have run out by now. But no, you don't need to. Of all the pandemic roles, what are your top 3? I just did a video about this not that long ago. So go check that out, me ranking the pandemic roles. Are you a Cancer? Like, are we talking my sign or like upon the hobby? If so, I hope no to either one. Which is your favorite ancient one? Gosh, I don't know. I don't know their names. Excuse me. I'll go with the water one from Dunwich. I don't know his name. I like that story best of all the H.P. Lovecraft stories. I like the Dunwich. What's it called? The Dunwich Horror? Is that what it's called? The story? Anyway, those fish people and all that jazz. I like that. What is the last game you kickstarted? Rising Sun, I think. Would you recommend Artificium? I used to enjoy Artificium a lot. I think it had really... I eventually did get rid of it. I dropped the rating on it. It kind of like wore out its welcome with me. But I still would say if you can get it on the cheap, and I think it is very cheap now, I think you can get it for next to nothing, you know. I would get it and try it. It has a little bit of a rich get richer issue, and it's not as replayable as I once thought it would turn out to be, but other than that, it's a solid design. It's a fun card game. What? This is a bizarre question. Why do you think some gaming stores have such bad odor? Why this problem is particularly common in our hobby? I don't know that I've found that to be the case, so I couldn't comment on that. Do you agree that the green meeple of 5 tribes is the most important to watch out for? That's not how I play. With me, if you're playing with me, you should watch out for the assassins, I guess. But the red meeples, that is. But I like that they're all powerful, really. I mean, you can make a case for any of them, I would say. So here is, what was the direction? This is a throwback. Ryan, I appreciate you remembering this. What was the direction of Gaming Potpourri, and what replaced it? So Gaming Potpourri with V and Z, is that what we called it? Was this little sort of discussion video that Tom and I did, and we only did, I think, 3, and then very quickly it evolved into the top 10s, actually, the video top 10s. Because that's largely how we found ourselves discussing a topic and talking about good, highlights in that topic, and so we liked the the format, the top 10 format, was simply an easier hook, so we went with that. That's so funny, though. Man, no one's brought that up in ages. All right, where are we at? I just jumped around. Jumped up, and got down. Where am I? You mentioned Arkham Horror scenarios. Are you posting at Board Game Geek in the forum? Am I posting? No. I'm talking about scenarios that are there, though, yes. Best player count for Power Grid, probably the full player count because you use the whole map, if I'm not mistaken. I don't like having a map that you have to ignore parts of it. It's just visually it bothers me. Arkham Horror CG, could you describe what makes it good? Is it mechanisms theme? Seems heavy on exploration. It's not exploration per se, but I mean all those things, mechanisms and theme. I think that combination is what makes it good. It's sort of like time stories, but replayable. You are discovering things, but once you've done it, you can play again because the story and the discovery wasn't everything, which is the thing with time stories. Time stories, once you've done it once, that's it. Arkham Horror LCG is not like that. Speaking of time stories, are you up to date on all time stories expansions? I am indeed. Have you been reading debriefings they post to their site? No. If it's not in the game, they're not doing it with the actual expansion, so I haven't bothered looking up, the stuff on the website. And then Jessica Davis says, The Mind, clearly The Mind. All right. That's the best game then ever made. Zombicide Vader's opinion, Kickstarter or not? Are you asking me if it's going to be on Kickstarter or not? Because I have no idea. Is it on Kickstarter? I don't know. Favorite role in Captain Sonar? Oh, for sure. The Sonar, the guy who looks for the other ship. I adore that. And by the way, I have a review of Sonar, the follow-up to Captain Sonar, coming out this week. I just filmed it. Have you ever been bitten by a dog, rabbit, or bird? I was bitten by a dog as a kid. How many characters do you use when you play Elder Sign, Arkham Horror, LCG? If I'm playing Solitaire, then just one. It works very well like that. What is your favorite Five Tribes expansion and why? Probably the first one is still my favorite. It adds quite a bit, but I enjoyed this new one too. I just reviewed it not that long ago, and I really liked it also. The Favors of the Pharaoh. I like little goals like that, little things in a game that say, hey, you want to get a few extra points? Here you go. You could do this, little side quests, and get some points. So they've all been good. Have you played Charterstone since finishing the campaign? And if so, do you like it post-campaign? I cannot comment on that. I haven't. Tom, I believe, kept the game, and I just haven't had the time to play it again. I would want to try with a different group also, and that hasn't come up. What are your top 5 plays? I don't know what that means. Do you have any pets? I do not. I travel too much for that. Do you play tabletop RPGs? No, just the ones you've seen us play here. We played D&D. What was D&D, right? Not that long ago, live. That's it. And then a long time ago, I also played Pathfinder for about 2 or 3 months. Then the whole party died, and then I was like, okay, cool. I enjoyed that, and I kind of got it out of my system. But I'm not a role player. Do you like war games? I don't. They're usually not appealing to me, and also quite complex. Do you LARP? I do not. Do you think that some board games should have an app? I think that if some of them had an app, it would help new players, maybe. I guess do you mean the same board game made into an app? If so, there are quite a few of those, and I think they're great for the most part, though I still enjoy, for most of them, playing face-to-face with someone. But I agree with you, they would be, and are, good ways for people to get into board games. Any new info from Gamma on the detective game from Portal? No, I don't think we got anything about that one there. So this is a favorite present from the 1800s, American or otherwise. I am not a history buff. I will pass on answering that. Are you excited for Atlantis Rising 2nd Edition? I was just reading about this, and indeed I am. They're changing it more than I thought they would. So yes, I'm excited, but I feel like I might be hanging on to my original and getting the new one. That's not good. I only have so much room. Oh my goodness. Favorite incurable disease. What is happening right now? What is my favorite? Go with chicken pox. Hi Z, have you had a chance to look at Kiwara and Jurassic Snack from Bruno Catala? I think I saw Jurassic Snack. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like a remake of a game I have from him from years and years ago. It looked interesting. Definitely want to check it out. Kiwara, I don't know what that is. I will Google it. Or, well, I'll board game geek it. Kiwara. Kiwara. What is this game? Kiwara. It's got some critters. Kiwara. Oh, this is, yes. This is the funny, crazy zebras game. I have this game. I have the old one. Cool. I will do a comparison video of them when I have both. Maybe. But yes, it's a fun game. Maybe I'll do a review of that if I haven't. That'll be good. All right, let's go back to Chatty Chat. What 3 ingredients would you put on your grilled cheese that are not cheese, bread, and butter? I am going to do mustard. I am going to do onions. And I am going to do some sort of spice, perhaps. Oh, man. How about a little ground pepper in there? That's good. Ground pepper is always a winner. Do you think legacy games will grow, or are they a fad? No, I think they will settle. And by that I mean, I think other games will simply incorporate what legacy games do into gaming in general. So here's my example. Here's what I'm drawing this from. We had deck building games. The first one being, again, Dominion, which was just deck building. Just about the only mechanism in that game is deck building. And there were other deck building games, and then eventually that started being utilized as part of other games, as a part of games that are a area control game with deck building, a worker placement game with deck building, And I think the same thing is going to happen with legacy games. Legacy games are largely, they have to make sure that the word legacy is bigger than any other word on the cover, all those things. I think the concept of adaptable, changing games is simply going to be, added to the bag of tools that designers have, and they will be able to have a game with legacy aspects. And they won't feel the need to make sure hey, there's legacy things in here. It'll just be part of the language going forward. Eventually, I think. All right, so best dexterity game. Man, I just played one which I thought was awesome. And it is from Zoc, called Minara, something like that. I loved it. It's a cooperative stacking game. I'll do a review of that in a week or two, something like that, and it's great. I really enjoyed that. Minara, I want to say. It's from Zoc. Look it up. I'm not sure what it's called. Something like it. Other than that, I don't know. Probably there's a kid's game from Haba. I think it's Haba that has a little bear. You stack little things on top of him. He's holding like a little tray above his head, and you have to pick him up and move him. What's it called? Honey Bear or something? That's a fun game. It's a kid's game, but I've played with adults plenty, and it's hilarious. So if Tom is short for Thomas and Sam is short for Samuel, Z is short for my first name. Hi Z, what is your favorite Rising Sun clan and why? I don't know if I have a favorite one. I like jumping around. I'm not there yet, you know. Theater-wise, what's your favorite play you've put on or been in? Oh boy. Favorite was probably I really enjoyed when I was teaching high school. So I did a bunch of plays before that and did, you know, straight plays, musicals, and whatever, and directed a little bit before that too. But then I was teaching high school, and I directed Fame for the kids there, and that was really a good experience. You know, I got to work closely with the music director at the school, and it was just a great experience. Kids were fantastic. So that one was the most collaborative for me, and I really enjoyed it. You know, that's probably my favorite memory from doing something like that. It was high school, you know, theater, but it was fun and memorable. Okay. I have a very much same taste in games as you. Just wondering if you have played the Pathfinder card game, and if so, what did you think? I've tried to play it. I've tried solo though. I got it a couple years ago at like BGG Con, and I don't know. It seems a little complicated needlessly. So I'm not sure. I got other card games that I'm simply digging on more and give me better theme, give me more streamlining. I'm having a hard time getting into it. I would love to have someone run me through it maybe, and then I can get into it, but right now I'm just not feeling it. And I've tried a couple of times, but I'm not feeling it. Favorite Dominion expansion? Seaside was my favorite. Eyebrows or ears? Ears. I'll go with that. Are you looking forward to the Abyss expansion? I am, but I haven't really heard about it very much. The first expansion to Abyss I thought was just so-so. Speaking of co-op, I'm considering Burgle Brothers. Have you played it? If so, did you like it? I did not like it very much. I played it, yeah. Kabuki Kid says she could not sit through Moulin Rouge, not her style. That's okay. It is a weird, it's a love it or leave it kind of movie, for sure. It's bizarre. What's your favorite Arkham LCG scenario? Favorite scenario was the County Essex train one. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was really cool. I love what they were able to do with the locations, and I'll leave it at that so I don't give any spoilers. What are your biggest fears? I'm not going to talk about that. What's wrong with you? Let all y'all know my fears. What's the meaning of life? There's some screaming outside. That's probably the meaning of life. I don't know. To share joy. That's pretty good, right? Something pithy that I haven't come up with yet, but I will. And the moment I figure it out, I will die. What's your biggest disappointment with 2018 games so far? Gosh, I don't know. I guess I'm still... It's always the same. By this point in the year, I'm hoping that there's more games out already that I can sink my teeth into. You know, that's it. I don't know if there's any disappointments yet. I'm still waiting to see what's going to be awesome and what's the innovative thing, what's the new thing. Can you imagine doing a look-back series of previously reviewed games like Tom? I suppose I could at some point, yeah. Something to think about. I've got too many other, what is the saying? Pots on the stove, whatever that is. I got too much other stuff going on right now that I'm trying to start and get off the air and keep in the air. And do you have any Grail games that you have not been able to get a hold of yet? No. The last one I can think of that was on that list for a long time was a game I did get from a friend of mine from France, which was wonderful. I have games I want to play more of. The main one right now probably being Gloomhaven, because I played once with Tom or twice. It was not enough. We scratched, or I anyway, scratched the surface. It's intriguing. It looks amazing. Then it shot up to #1 on BGG. So I'm like, okay, what is going on here? What did I miss? So that's my main one. It's just an expensive game, you know. I'd love to get that and play a bunch of it. That's my main one. But I wouldn't call it a Grail game. It's available. I can just, you know, I think it's available anyway. What was your favorite puppet on Mr. Rogers? I did not grow up in this country. I don't know them. Best speed game, as in real-time game? Because I really hate those games. Is there a good one? I don't know. I like games that have that as an aspect of the game. And I'm thinking here of Factory Fun, and I'm thinking of the... what's the one with the robots, and you're building an amusement park for robots? Steam Park. Steam Park and Factory Fun both have aspects of quick timed, you know, stuff, but they aren't just that. So there you go. Do you remember any really clever cards that you made up on blank? The Uno style card game where you write on cards. No, not really. I came up with a few. My nephew came up with a few. All of his were musical things, like he may sing until the next round or something, which, hey, I'm good with that. I think my favorite one was actually one that accelerated the game, and that is I made a card that said, when you play this, draw the top card of the deck, and if it is blank, give it a power right now. As opposed to having to win a game and then you create a card, I'm now able to do it more than once per game, so I wanted to seed the deck with more, you know, power, like, written on cards. That was my favorite. What theme would you like to see applied to pandemic games? Iberia, Cthulhu, Rising Tide. Oh boy. I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't even thought about it, honestly. I'm so happy with the ones they've done. I don't think I'd come up with anything better than that. I like the ones with a historical bend, but I really like the Cthulhu one too. That was also really good. I don't know. I would like to see perhaps that would be fun to see maybe like a sci-fi, and I don't mean sci-fi like 200 years in the future, but more like a cutting edge, you know, science, not even science fiction, but like the cutting edge of, you know, state-of-the-art science themed one. That would be cool. And the 4 things you'd have to fight are, I don't know, nanotech gone awry and something, you know, that sort of thing. Something steeped in science and cutting-edge technology. What's your favorite dried fruit to snack on? Probably dried mangoes. They're delicious. If I am looking to buy Time Stories, is there something similar I should consider first? Probably the escape room in a box games, like Unlock and Exit the game. I would look at those, see if you like that sort of thing. Hi Z, do you think the barbarians in Imperial Settlers are overpowered? I've played 5 games, and the person who plays barbarians has ended up winning all of the times. No, I don't think the barbarians are overpowered. I'm always getting whooped by the Egyptians, so maybe try them against the barbarians. Hi Z, what was the game that got you into modern board gaming? I think it was Carcassonne. It's been a while, but I think it was Carcassonne. Really enjoy that. What do you think of the wall decals? Decals? The ones behind me, those are painted on there, but I think they're cool. I like them. Fish people and all that jazz. And all that jazz, I'm gonna fish sticks and maybe find some dipping sauce. And all that jazz, I'm gonna... I'm sorry. I apologize for everything. Z, what's your favorite element? Fire. Is that what you're asking? No idea. Are there any other current CCGs besides Magic that you enjoy? As in alive ones? No. I don't think so. Z, when are you going to be a recurring member of the Miami Dice videos? I always enjoy the insight you bring to the table. Appreciate that. Thank you. I will probably never be one because Tom, at this point, probably Tom just thinks it's funny that people are still going like, why is Z not in the intro? So, but I am not part of that series. I am a guest on that series, so it's fine. Oh, I jumped. How far behind am I wonder? Oh, my goodness. Okay, I've done that. Done that. Where am I? Queen games or Z-Man games? I guess I missed that one. Z-Man games. I like that better. Here we go. Love from Lithuania. Hi, Love. Thanks for joining us. Have you played Commander? Yeah, I've played Commander for Magic. Yeah, it's good. What do you think of the upcoming Clank expansion? Looks neat. I like Clank in space better. And that's for the regular one. This expansion is, but it looks cool. Is the Dice Tower going to PAX Unplugged? I believe so. Yes, we should be going. With the popularity of Cthulhu mythos in board games, is it weird there aren't more Cthulhu-type movies? No, that stuff is super esoteric. I mean, I think just like when they make comic book movies, they trim a bunch of the weird esoteric stuff out of the origins or what the characters are. I mean, it's all the same, right? In literature, and I would say board games are closer to literature than, like, you know, viewable media, like movies and TV shows and stuff. They can be much more weird and, you know, off the beaten path. So no, it's not that weird. I don't think. What is your go-to karaoke song? Oh man, I don't know if I have one. I don't have one. I should have one. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit hula hoop, and then I try to something. Turn around. I don't know the words to any song. That's the problem. That's not it, by the way. I was giving you an example of one that isn't my go-to song. Are you going to go see Ready Player One? I don't know. You know, I'm not that psyched about it. I haven't read the book. I'm not as steeped in 80s stuff as other people who, again, grew up here. So maybe I mean, it seems cool, and I like Spielberg movies. So I might. I'm curious how it's going to do, I'll tell you that. Greetings from Greece. How you doing? Thank you. All right, what are a couple of games I'm really looking forward to this year? Okay, so I'm looking forward to Detective, as I said, coming out from Portal Games. I'm looking for their Monolith Arena, also from them, which is a twist on Hiroshima Hex, I think. And I love that game. I'm also looking forward to the, oh gosh, what's it called? The one it was on Kickstarter or is on Kickstarter, also a detective game with like VR elements and an app assistance and stuff. I forget what it's called, I'm sorry. We checked it out at Gamma, and it looks great. That should be a fun game. Ooh, okay. Z, what Gloomhaven character did you play? I don't remember. No idea. Will you come to Russia if I invite you and buy tickets? I need to talk to my manager first. Who does the girl die behind your right shoulder represent? That is Mandy. Could you please recommend a horror-inspired versus game for 2 or more players? I don't know, Juan. What's a good one? I mean, The Others, maybe? The Others would be my go-to. You can do 2, or you can do more than that, and it's always... So if you play with just 2, it's one person versus the other one. If you play with more than that, it's one person versus everyone else. That is probably my favorite horror game besides Arkham Horror. That's fully cooperative. Why does my watch keep lighting me up? All right. We just fell in love with Devon. Which gift game should we go for next? You should go for Yinch, and you should go for Tsar. Those are my favorite 2 is those 2. Do you play games while traveling? No. You mean like on the flight, I think is what you mean. No, I do not. I'll mess with my iPad or something if I'm doing that. Have I tried the Azul Joker tiles? Yes, I did. I like it. I played with some folks that didn't like it, but I liked it. Favorite faction, Imperial Settlers? I'm not going to say because I'm doing a video about that soon. I'm going to be ranking those things. When is the best time to get to play a game with you during Essen? Oh, boy. Oh, that's going to be tough. I know last year we had a table at the booth, and we were able to play a couple of little games there, but usually there's not a lot of game playing going on at Essen. Swing by our booth. You never know, but you probably won't happen just because I don't have the time to play a lot there, you know. What music are you listening to these days? What music am I listening to? I don't know. What am I listening to? Let's find out. What was the last song I got? Rod Stewart, Your Love Keeps Lifting Me Higher and Higher. Yeah. That's the last thing I downloaded. So, old music. I heard it, I think, on Tom's radio coming back home from some trip, and I was like, oh yeah, download that. What's your favorite board game with a 3D board? With a 3D board. Do miniatures count as 3D? There's not a whole lot of 3D board games. Maybe Fireball Island will finally be the one. I have not played the original, but I can't think of one that I'm like, oh yeah, this game's 3D board it's awesome. After integrating apps more and more into board games, do you think the next step will be VR? Man, I don't know. It certainly seems to be catching on this time around, right? But I don't know. I suppose that I could see that in the future if they find a way to like link what I'm looking at with what you're looking at, and we can share a board game remotely, then yeah, I could certainly see that working out. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Yeah, we're going to go with yes, you're right. I'm going to start calling you Nostradamus. What do you think of games that can be combined together as a part of a series? Games like Century or Mysthia. I don't know what that is. Century, what do I think of those games? I think it's fine. I think I probably won't do it very much. But the fact that you can do it is going to make me go, ooh, and get it. Which is the way a lot of these things work, right? I mean, they come up with an expansion, I go, ooh, and I get it. And I'll try it once or twice, and then next time I play it, I'm playing with new people, so I pull the expansion out. And I think to myself, next time I play it with this person, oh, I'm throwing the expansion in here, and I don't play with them again. And then I play with someone new, and I'm like, oh, you want to learn this game? Wait, let me remove the expansion. But next time I play with you, you're going to get the expansion, and so on. I think these games are going to have a lot of the same problem. For me, again, just this is a unique experience for me. But the fact that you can combine them, that's cool. It's been done, right? I mean, Aquaretto and Zularetto could be combined. If they go into it knowing they're meant to be combinable, then I'm good with it. If it's some sort of, afterthought, it's going to be clunky. Where are we at? Brrr. Strong Stuff is the game I was thinking of with the little bear. You're right. Strong Stuff. Cute bear. Did you go to FIU? Yes, I did go to Florida International University. Have you tried Arkham Noir? No. I've heard of it. I haven't tried it. Where do you get your hats? Anywhere I can. Anywhere you want them. I think I got this on Amazon. Have you heard about the new Seven Wonders expansion Armada? Yes, I have. I'm unconvinced from the video. But we'll see. It looks, I don't know. I don't know if it looks interesting to me, But we'll see. I'm curious to try for sure, and it is on my radar now because I just saw that video where they were talking about it. Am I really behind, Trevin? Fine. What's your favorite co-op besides Pandemic? Ghost Stories. Have you ever played Dinosaur Island? No. Is your name Zeke? No. Ziggurat? No. Zephyr? No. Do you think more games should have tutorials, not unlike video games? No, it's a horrible idea. Just give me a regular rulebook. Thanks for the abstract recommendations. You're welcome. Not a question. You're making me read things that are not questions. Skipping that. Are you going to are you are you going to back the Batman Kickstarter now that there is a Bad Cow Mini? No. Why is Hunter up in here? Get away, a Struvel. What? Wrestling match versus the Murph brothers. I can't take those cats. They're fit dudes. What did you do prior to the Dice Tower? I was a theater teacher. How many games of the top 50 on BGG have you not played yet? Several. Oh no, it jumped. There we go. I'm not that far back, y'all. Okay. Can you use your magical powers to get Sam to stop saying so forth and so on, is what he says, actually. We all do it. We all have a thing. That's his thing. All that jazz, he says that sometimes. It's so forth and so on. Yes, yes. Quite a bit. Have you played Skyrim? Oh my goodness, have I played Skyrim. Yes, I love Skyrim. That's up there. Top 5 for me. Z, can you speak Spanish? Yes, I can. Do you listen to any Spanish music groups? I listen a little bit to Juan Luis Guerra y La 440. And there's a bunch of people right now who are like, what? Did he just start speaking in tongues? No. That's my favorite Spanish act. Why are there so few good racing board games? I don't know, probably because you expect them to be fast and emulate racing, and that's kind of hard to do in a board game. Okay, what else? What do you think of Asmodee announcing they're going to start making their IPs into movies? Yeah, sure. That's got to be a long time coming. I mean, a long time, because movies don't just get turned right around. But yeah, we'll see. I'm curious to see what they can do with it. Do you know something about Eclipse 2nd edition? I do not. I know they're making a 2nd edition, and I literally just found that out from you, Cosmic Owl. That's a cool name. Any tips to have a beard like yours? Don't shave. Are there enough pandemic variants on the market now? Enough is such a loosey-goosey term. Yeah, there are enough, sure. Question, favorite Spielberg movies? Minority Report is awesome. Chronicles of Crime, thank you. You guys are so helpful. That's the one I was thinking of from Gamma, yeah, that had the VR and the phone assistance and all that jazz, yeah. Will you ever shave the beard? I do shave. Yeah, I shave sometimes. I go down to the goatee sometimes and grow it back out sometimes. Rarely do I shave completely, and if I do, then I grow it out immediately. It's just to clean my skin, basically, because I do not like it. And Cosmic Owl already asked me about the second edition of Eclipse. I don't know. How many game pieces have you broken accidentally? I don't think I've broken any. Can you advise when painting miniatures, will I need to prime them first? Oh man, you are asking the wrong person. But according to Trevin, yes, you should prime them first, not last. And no, Cosmic Owl, I don't know anything about that game. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about the first, the second edition, rather. I just don't. Hi, Z. How big is your personal collection of games? Thoughts on doing a showcase rundown of all the games you own? How big? Okay, so it's about 580 games or something like that right now. I've thought about it, and it would have been a lot easier when I was recording from home, but I'm not now, so it's very unlikely. Any new games that you'd like playing solo? New games? I haven't discovered something new in a while solo. So, no. Am I catching up? Tell me I'm catching up. Okay, so where are we at? What's your favorite game that you still don't own? That's a good question. See, you're going to slow me down now. Let's find out. Oh, I know. Near and far. I'm going to go with that. I'm catching up. I'm catching up, someone says. Would you play Werewolf's Legacy? Yes, I would play that. Am I getting my question from Twitch? No. Have you played Rise of Moloch? I haven't yet. It's in. I have it. I've been reading the rule book. I haven't played. Chinese food or Cuban food? Both good. Depends how I'm feeling. Tom likes making up numbers. Kabillion. Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, somebody's throwing out here lyrics when I mentioned Juan Luis Guerra. Man, come on, man. No me digan que los médicos se fueron. No me digan que no tienen anestesia. Z, oh, here we go. This is getting serious. There's two buttons in front of you. One nukes every pandemic game in existence. The other nukes every game except pandemic. Which do you press? Obviously, the pandemic one. It's one game and like a few spin-offs. As opposed to every other game in existence. I will give up that one, you know, for every other game in existence. Come on. Carcassonne or Patchwork? Carcassonne. Have you seen Coco? No, I haven't. Have you actually seen Monolith Arena? No. Minority Report is a Philip K. Dick story. Yes, it is. Any other sci-fi you like of his? I do. Yeah, I like his stuff. Most of it that's been adapted I enjoy. I couldn't name it all right now, but I do. Oh, your best two-player game of all time is probably Blue Moon. Do you have family in Florida? I do. Dice or cards? I like cards better. Have you played Clans of Caledonia? I have not. Patchwork or Azul? Azul. Are we getting to a speed round here, folks? Because I'm kind of feeling like this is a speed round. Light it up. A or B, and I will answer one of those two. Don't actually give me A or B. You know you're thinking it. Stop. Everybody, no. Two actual choices. Like actual choice A or actual choice B. Come on. I gave you that was a low softball there. Blade Runner was the biggie from Philip K. Dick that was adapted. Yes, it was. Star Trek or Star Wars? I like Star Wars better. Mr. Rogers or Mary Poppins? I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. I'm Mary Poppins, sure. Do you think Simon will release a follow-up to the others? I don't think so. Maybe. Cruise or plane? Oh, man. If it's just for fun, cruise. Plane just gets you there. You know, it's not fun. Well done or rare? Now, this is important. Well done. I'm sorry if that offends some of you, but burn it, then bring it out to me, and then I'm gonna cover it in A1 anyway. So, well done. Ketchup or mustard? On a hot dog? I do both, but mustard, I like mustard more than ketchup. Sweet or sour? Sweet? Diet Coke or Coke Zero? Diet Coke. So good. I don't care. It's the same. I like Pepsi better. Hot or mild? I'll go with mild. I don't mind spicy, but now we're talking. See, Chris gets it. C or D? I'll go with C. Stickers or pretzel sticks? Pretzel sticks. Total Recall or Running Man? That's good stuff right there. Well, Total Recall or Running Man. Oh, man. I mean, Total Recall is a better movie. Running Man's fun, but super dumb. All right, Total Recall. Total Recall. Card Tower or Dice Tower? I don't use either really, but a Dice Tower is cooler. Milkshake or sundae? I'll go with a sundae. Twizzlers or nibs? I don't think I know what a nibs is. Twizzlers, though, I'd like. Crab or lobster? Ooh, crab. Spirit Island or Anachrony? I haven't played Anachrony, and I didn't really like Spirit Island, so Anachrony it is. Always go for the unknown. Pile Driver or Power Bomb? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what that is. I know what a pile driver is, I think. I don't know what a power bomb is. I will pass. Upside down or inside out? I'll do inside out. Goku or Superman? Batman. I'm Batman. Red or blue? I will go with blue. Action movies or dramas? I like both, but I'll say action movies. They're easier to share with people. Patchwork or Carcassonne? Carcassonne. Stargate or Star Trek? Stargate. I don't know what that next one is. Oh, ska or reggae is what you're asking me? I guess I like reggae better. Minis or cardboard? Minis. Cleric or paladin? Neither one. Give me a bard any day. Chicago style or New York style? Oh man, New York. No question. Capoeira or ninjutsu? They're both good. I'll say ninjutsu. Glasses or contacts? I do both. Contacts, but they're pricier and anyway, contacts. Subterra or base Pandemic? Oh my gosh, that's not a question. Nothing but base and Pandemic, okay? Don't know. Pandemic. Now I'm going to start getting like the, oh yeah, how about like, you know, a doggy that's cute or Pandemic. And it would be Pandemic, by the way. Which is more frustrating, background in theater or what's Z short for? Neither one's frustrating. Some people know what my first name is. I just think it's funny to mess with folks, but I don't care about hiding it. Chinese parents is probably more, because that was some dumb joke someone made. I'm like, my parents are not Chinese. Play or musical? Musical is technically a play. Excuse me. But you mean straight play or musical? I like straight plays better. Dogs or penguins? Puppy dogs. Who is the most competitive? You, Sam, or Tom? Sam. Sushi or sashimi? I like sushi. Dice or cats? Dice. Wood or plastic? Plastic. Plastic? Yeah, plastic. Ninjas or samurai? Ninjas. Soft taco or hard shell? Both are good. Both are good. I'll go with soft right now. Sneakers or Snickers? Sneakers. Sneakers or flip-flops? Now you're talking. Today I got on sneakers, but it's one. I come into work quite often wearing flip-flops. All right, what else? Let's jump around. Marvel or DC? Marvel. Rambo or Rocky? Oh, man. Rocky, I guess. Eternal Sunshine or Truman Show? Both are good, but Truman Show I think I like better. Rent or Hedwig and the Angry Inch? That's a deep cut, man. Oh, I like both, but if we're talking about the movie versions, okay, then Hedwig and the Angry Inch, I have a special place in my heart for that one. Mario or Sonic? I will go with Mario. All right, let's see. Imperial Settlers is 51st State. I think I like Imperial Settlers still a little bit better. Nobody wants to see your feet, Z. Don't do it. Well, that's just mean. You don't know that. And then I'll finish with this one. Romancing the Stone or Ghost? Come on, man. Ghost. What's that song from Ghost, Kenny? You know it. What is it? Come on, Kenneth. You know it.
Remind me.
Well, how's it go? How's it go? I don't know how it goes. I'll sing it if you tell me what it is. How does it go, man? It's that whole... now I got to look it up. Song from Ghost. I love the suggestions from Ghost Story, from Unchained Melody. How does this go? All right, here we go. Oh, that's it. Yeah. I'm reading the lyrics. It's, whoa, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch. Right? Something like that. And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Something like that. I don't know. All right, I'm out. Y'all are probably like, stop streaming, yo. That's it. Still something. Bye. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower